Finally, Lost Ark has a brand new announcement trailer which tells us all about the Western release. Both NA and EU servers are coming, and they're coming this year as planned, but now it's official. Thanks to Smilegate, who are working with Amazon Games of all people, we will be playing Lost Ark at long last this year because we have that release and both alpha and beta news to talk about today. Lost Ark is a game I've talked about here on the channel for over a year now, just hoping to finally play the game ourselves in a Western version. That is finally coming true since the game is confirmed for a Western release fall of 2021 this very year with a new announcement trailer, and even better, the game is going to be free to play as well. I was actually getting a bit nervous because we were expecting to hear about this any time now, and we hadn't heard anything in quite a while, but here it is. But like I said, there's even more good news. There's an alpha that we can basically play instantly, running from June 11th to June 16th for both EU and NA servers. It's going to be run through Steam. No annoying third-party client, no awkward clunkiness. We can just use Steam. Praise the Lord, praise Gaben. You can sign up for that alpha on the official website right now, so I suggest you get on that. But it's all happening, and I can't believe there's an alpha happening right away. If you somehow don't know about Lost Ark, the super short version is this. Lost Ark is the Korean-made MMORPG that features some incredible combat from a top-down isometric camera angle. Think Diablo or Path of Exile, with an insane amount of enemies to go and crush, big raid bosses facing other players and PvP battles, all in a very fast-paced, high-skill combat system. As you can see, that combat is very flashy, and comboing your abilities well into one another is going to be key. Outside of the crazy combat, it is a massive MMO filled with things like life skills, exploration, a main story to follow, and other side adventures to go on. We have been starved for a good new MMO to play for a long time now, and that's why I've been keeping my eye on games like Lost Ark and Blue Protocol. Lost Ark was in development for 8 years before its 2018 Korea release, and apparently was a massive effort to bring to the West since it has an apparent 16,000 plus lines of dialogue to voice and translate. You might be wondering what kind of classes are in this game, and let me tell you, there's a lot going on here. The website has been updated specifically for the West, so here we can take a look at everything we can expect to see in the initial release version of this game. The class page shows the 5 main archetypes, which then have various subclasses which will become your permanent choice of class. You start as one of the 5, and then after playing with the spec, you'll choose your subclass to commit to. Clicking through one of these, we can see the subclasses, and on those, a nice description of the concept of the class, as well as 5 short videos to showcase different core abilities and their general visuals. At the moment, it looks like we're going to have access to 14 classes at launch to choose between, which is actually 4 less than the current Korean version. So that answers a question I've had about the game for a while. Will we be playing on patch 1.0 in Season 1, while the Korean version is years ahead on Season 2 and so on? Well, it looks like that's the case. However, it may receive those major content updates at a faster rate than the original release until we end up catching up, but we're gonna have to wait and see on that. The story and setting for the world is shown in this announcement trailer. It's basically a fantasy world in which long ago a demon named Kazaros and his demonic legion attacked the world, and by using a powerful relic called the Ark, the world was basically saved and the demons were sent off. Naturally, the name of the game is Lost Ark, so yeah, I imagine we lost it. And because of that, the demons return and are once again invading the world through chaos portals all over the place. And it's up to the heroes of Arcasia to stop them, traveling across a massive world to fight those legions and demons, and I assume hopefully find the Lost Ark and send them away again. The game has 7 big continents separated by seas, which you can sail across, and they all have different cultures and beasts and so on. All classes will have the ability to customize their abilities with 3 different tiers to choose between. Basically, you'll have 3 specs for each subclass that can be changed to create different builds. For content, you've got world combat, dungeons, raiding, PvP, and more. There's RPG aspects like that sailing, but homesteading, harvesting, crafting, and so on. It's a lot to talk about quickly, and I imagine we're going to be diving into it all on the channel in the lead up to the game's release, with hopefully some alpha and beta experience under our belt. Now, a major concern for this game is, well, yeah, it's a Korean MMO, and Korean MMOs often have pay-to-win elements in them, since that's actually more common and accepted there. Since this game is going to be free to play, it makes you wonder, right? Amazon Games made a post about bringing the game to the West, the process that was, how they've approached it, and some other details. They say that it'll be free to download and play, and with that, there will be optional in-game purchases that you can make, no surprise there. They say this about it though, let me quote it. "We want to assure players that the Western version of Lost Ark will be a fair, fun, and great gaming experience where in-game purchases are completely optional." That's very good to hear, but I can't say I'm going blindly into believing that. I'm glad to hear it, hopefully it's true, but we'll see. They're going to share more details about this later this summer apparently, as well as announce Prime gaming benefits like many games have these days since this is an Amazon thing. Makes sense. In the post they actually go on to talk about content cadence, which I mentioned earlier. We are going to be starting from an earlier version of the game. Since the game launched in 2018, there's a lot of new content that's been added. Hopefully we get access to that soon. They say that they'll be releasing content updates with the new classes, continents, dungeons, and more after the game has released, so that hints that it might come quicker. Finally, about that alpha that's basically happening right now. The closed technical alpha is an invite only, so you need to sign up on the website to have a chance to play, and apparently it won't include the entire game, it's just specific parts for them to actually begin testing, which makes sense. Like I said, it'll run from June 11th to June 16th. All players are going to have to agree to an NDA, so no one's going to be able to talk about what they see and do in the first alpha specifically. Since it is a technical alpha, the point of that type of alpha is to, test those technical aspects and get important feedback from the players on their experience and any issues they might be dealing with to get the game up and running. Happily though, we do have news on a more open beta, which will happen later this year during the summer, so very soon. We know that it's going to be more public since the forums will be publicly accessible at that time, so that hints we'll be able to actually capture footage, share it, discuss the game without any NDA holding us back in that beta. Very good news, and not a long wait because it is technically summer right now. But there you have it. Great news today. We're going to be playing Lost Ark here in the West this very year, and maybe even right now if you actually get into the alpha. And then that beta to closely follow up. We're going to be learning a lot more about the game very soon and get prepared for the full release. So I can't wait to actually play the game. The combats always look really good, some of the best I've ever seen. And to be honest, I've still got no clue of what class I'm going to play. Good luck with your alpha signups though, guys, and I'm sure I'll be back to talk more Lost Ark soon. Until next time though, I've been Hollow, you've been you. Thanks for watching.
Josh, Cotton, and Hollow with the videos, dropping the humor like a hammer on your tippy toes, bringing entertainment on a daily arrangement to take our insanity and turn it into entertainment. Yes, I said entertainment twice, to reiterate that it is nice to look into your faces on a mostly daily basis when you let us in your homes to make the whole world a stage. Goodbye.